Crown Prince Frederick of Denmark and his wife Mary Donaldson will celebrate 20 years of marriage next May if the scandal surrounding his photos with Genoveva Casanova does not spoil it. After the published photos of Prince Frederick of Denmark's trip with Mexican aristocrat Genoveva Casanova, his Royal Highness' relationship with Mary Donaldson has come into question. In the last few days, the distance between them could be seen during the Spanish king's visit to Copenhagen and her serious face amidst all the information that revealed the scandal. Almost 20 years of marriage that is now in the spotlight. She is originally from Australia, more specifically from the island of Tasmania. After graduating from the law school of the island's university, she moved to Melbourne after graduation. During these years, she visited the city of Sydney during the celebration of the Olympic Games in 2000, attended the opening ceremony of the sporting event on September 16, and afterwards went to the city bar with the then Prince Philip of Asturias, his brother Prince Joachim, Princess Mary Louise of Norway, and his cousin Prince Nicholas. There she met the heir to the throne, and it was true love. The wedding that cemented their love. "The first time we met, we shook hands," he said, according to People magazine. "I didn't realize he was the Prince of Denmark." They exchanged phone numbers, and he called the next day. He returned to Copenhagen, and she went on with her life. Attentive to each other, they began exchanging calls and letters that kept in touch while he secretly traveled to visit her. In December 2001, she traveled to Denmark after it was reported in the country's press that Federico had a girlfriend from Australia. There they settled down and got serious about what had by then become a solid relationship. 2 years later, in 2003, Queen Margaret II gave her consent to their marriage. The request was made in Rome with a diamond and ruby ring imitating the Danish flag. The marriage took place on May 14, 2002 in Copenhagen Cathedral. At the time, it was happiness and joy to the extent that he was moved when he saw his wife coming down the aisle. Mary of Denmark is the most popular in the kingdom. To become the future wife of the heir to the throne, Mary had to learn the Danish language, renounce her Australian citizenship and embrace the Lutheran faith. "The joy and strength you give me is like the sun in the daytime, which by its brilliance dispels all doubts and the darkness of the earth," said the prince during his speech. As a result of their union, they had 4 children, Christian, Isabella and twins Vincent and Josephine. The eldest, Christian, will be the future heir to the throne, succeeding his father and grandmother. They live in the palace of Frederik VIII, and among their hobbies are running and hunting, which they share with the rest of the Danish royal family. Mary was the perfect woman to win the favor of all the Danish people. His involvement in various social projects such as fighting obesity and bullying, as well as his great commitment to local fashion, resulted in him winning the favor of everyone, including his mother-in-law and sons-in-law. The following May they would celebrate 20 years of marriage following the Genoveva Casanova scandal. In particular, Mary had to sign a prenuptial agreement stating that in the event of divorce, she would not be able to access any material assets belonging to the Danish royal house.